to episode 14 of our Let's Play on Drumard Farm. I forgot the fucking name of it then. So we're at the shop with the 8340. I have also bought our new bale trailer. This is our new bale trailer that is knackered. It wants a new bed in it. Well, does it really? What's down the road? 35. That's alright. So yeah, this is an old bale trailer. I kind of like the look of these old rusted fucked bale trailers. That's why I didn't like the Marshall. It's too modern for me. So we've bought this. It's not going to hold as many, but at least it can go around some of the tighter corners a bit easier. We'll go have a look at where the bales are, where they've been stored. I haven't fast forwarded time or anything. I've just simply stacked them and then started recording, just to jump in the gun a bit here. I should have probably fast forwarded time or done something. Oh, he's done him. It's the problem with these mirrors, you can't actually see anything behind you. This way. So I suppose I wanted to start sheep, so we've now got the cows sort of all sorted. They're all ticking over quite nicely. I still don't want to start pigs yet. I still don't feel like we've got enough to start the pigs. We don't have enough in storage. We don't have enough anywhere. We'd be buying pig feed like there's no tomorrow. So. Right, so we'll take this bale trailer to the where the bales are, and we'll just leave it up there. We might move some muck today. I might put it in our grain trailer, and we'll take it somewhere else. I should be able to get around this corner. Oh, look at that, easier. So this is kind of a little shortcut. It's quite nice as well how it's all overgrown and everything. God, this realistic makes these tractors really work. So sheep go into that field, and here are bales in here. Well, my really bad stacking that I did, you know, kind of just throw it in. So there's quite a few in there, and as you can see, it's not brilliant, but it'll fucking do. So, right, we'll dump this behind there. Actually, no, we'll take this with us. I like having all the stuff, almost like everything at the farm. Just kind of fills it all out. Right. So we'll put this in the thing. So I haven't fed anything. The only thing I did was feed to get the, as you probably saw in the last video, the feeder. So we've got some grass bales there. We're probably gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go get the trailer. I know we are. Put this over here. It's out the way then. Right, let's go get the grain trailer, because it's the only one we've kind of got. We're not going to take all of it up there. We're going to move a bit of it. Well, we're going to take... Yeah, we'll take all that manure pit, and we'll dump it up in one of these grass fields up here. So when it comes to actually muck spreading it, you know, we've only got to drive in that little area. We're not actually trying to drive back from the farm, because I realised that it took longer. It actually took less time muck spreading than it did well, driving there, it was, well, what I'm trying to say is it was further to drive from this farm to that farm than it was actually muck spreading. So we're gonna have to, well, we'll have to sort out the sunflowers and all that. I will fast forward time. I just haven't at the moment. I've been a bit busy in real life, doing a few bits and pieces. Of course, you know. Right, so here we are, the grain trailer's up here. If I had another trailer, I'd use that, because, you know, we don't actually have a pressure washer to wash it out for when we need it for grain, but it's the way it's going to be, isn't it? So I think we'll dump it in field 12. I don't see a reason to put it in one of these bigger fields. Field 12 is small, yes, but it will probably be one of the last ones to be fertilised. You know, we'll start on the bigger ones and work back. Now, I don't know if there is any actual difference between the three. I don't know if you put slurry down you get more, or if you put fertiliser pellets down you get more, or if you put liquid fertiliser, as in sprayer, down you get more, or if you put slurry down you get more. I don't know. I think we might need to get a road tractor in a few episodes time. Something with a bit of speed on the road for. I mean, we're only carting from the field to the shop. I don't even bother storing the grain. We've only got 2 fields at the moment, you know. But I am in love with this map. It is so good. I've killed so many hours. Last night I put about 7 hours into this map, just playing. You know, quite easily. You quite easily just, you know, lose a few hours. Well, I say a few. You lose a lot of hours in this map. Right. So unfold. Well, open the cover up. I think if we put it in here, like that. Where are you? There you are. So we've got 2 hay bales down here when we want to feed, you know, because they only want 2. Now these trailers accept everything, if I remember rightly. So they should accept this. So we've got a bit of slurry. How much slurry have we actually got? 12%. We haven't actually got that much. Oh, for fuck's sake. You parked that tractor there. It wasn't me. On the corner, try to hit that. So we're getting quite big. The little farm is anyway. Quite a lot of machinery. We're not doing as much arable work as I think some people would like me to do, but I'm not a big fan on the arable stuff. I've always much prefer feeding cows and mucking cows out than I have actually harvesting fields. It's not something I enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, why do it? We extend that a bit. Oh, it should be going in. Well, hey, that's not going to hold very much. Right, I think if we get this one, yeah, if you have it running, yeah, it shows you on the top. How much is? Get my fucking words out. How much it is full? There we go. I was like, how much? Sorry, everyone. Error 404. Please reboot. I don't know why I'm taking really big... Look, I seem to forget this thing has four-wheel steer. It'll turn so much easier. But yeah, I'm still driving really far back. So there is 69%. So we're just going to keep doing... We're just going to clean these out today and... you know... I mean, there was no point. There isn't actually that much of a point. They weren't full. You know, they weren't... It wasn't a big problem, but... Okay, it's only going to go to 80. You know, I wasn't... What was that? Is that full? 98. So... But this is just going to speed up for when we're muck spreading. We're not having to come all the way back to the yard. We shall just be able to, like, just take the telehandler up to the field along with the tractor on the muck spreader, which I think I'm going to leave that Fiat on that feeder. I don't think I'm going to use it for anything else. We'll just use this 8340 for most of the work. Should we cover it? Nah, we won't bother covering it. Nobody covers it. Nice little... I have got... Someone did a reskin of that Marshall to an Abbey. I saw a high spec the other day. A high spec side one. I hadn't actually seen one of them before. And then on Facebook, I am, well, following Marshall trailers. You know, the people that make them. And they put a few pictures out of one with which was a twin axle. I thought looked pretty cool. So that could be another mod. Would be a twin axled one. You know, a bit of a bigger body to it. So I think the next couple of fields that we're going to aim to buy are field maybe 3 and maybe 13 as well, because that's just behind the farm, behind the pig farm and the chickens, which I think would be a very good purchase. We don't really need any fields around the cow farm at this moment, because we've got bale trailers and stuff. We can just cart it if we want to. So we're not going to really bother doing that. Oh, so here we are. I kind of like that drive. It's not too long and it's not too short. That the drive to this farm. It's like it's just enough time on the road, you know, that you're not getting bored. Like, 'cause some maps you drive for ages and ages and ages till you get to the next farm, and it's like that just bores the fuck out of me. I don't want to drive on the road, you know. Alright, I don't mind doing a bit of road work, but... Right, where should we dump this? Dump it over here. I don't know why I came to this end of the field. Just try and make a big mound of it. So there's a fair bit there. Yeah, we'll try and do as many fields as we can. It might just stretch to just do one, you know. There might not be that. I thought there was more there, but we could put it in the silage trailer. That'd get quite a lot, but then nearly hit that car. Now right up the arse of this car, because this car goes so fucking slow. I don't know why they did that. Why did Giants make cars have collisions and make them go so slow on the road? So sorry if this is... I say this like every episode. Sorry if this is boring, but I do like to try and show different jobs. We haven't actually carted any more muck. We've spreaded it, but we haven't carted any. I'll get some more grass bales before we do the sheep. But this is starting to feel like the Springkill Let's Play. If you remember me doing that, that went on for 53 episodes, I think it was, and I'm kind of thinking I could probably do the same on this map. at a push, because I think a lot of that towards the end got very, very repetitive. You know, a lot of it was the same. But if people don't mind seeing the same stuff, you know, it's not a problem then, is it? It's when people want to see different stuff, and I don't really like doing trees, you know, and pigs. Pigs are alright in real life, you know. They don't actually. When we used to look after pigs for the farm I used to work for, it was actually quite fun, you know. It wasn't actually a big ball ache like it is in this game, but they would eat fucking anything. Whereas in this game, you have to give them like certain stuff, and they eat. And of course, pigs eat, you know, rapid, and they eat for fucking ever. So, you know, once you've... Like, we couldn't do what we did with these cows and leave them for a couple of days, you know, before we... No, don't back up. 57. Come on. Come on. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Ah, I messed that up, didn't I? Come on, scoop. There we go. So there wasn't actually that much in there. But might as well get as much out as we can. I'll have to just get this far corner. So, right, has that come off that side? Yeah, it has. So, that's kind of been fixed. So we've got 2 trailer loads. Right, I honestly thought there was more than that in here. But if we've only got 2, then we've only got 2. You know, it's what can you do? Nah, please take all of this. Bollocks. 49%. What to do? 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 What to do is the question. We'll put this little bit back. It's not worth worrying over. We'll put this back. Put it back like that. There we go. Right, now should we take this up there and start mug spreading, or well, we haven't got really anything else to do at this moment in time. Right, we'll just pull this over here and turn it off. We'll take that trailer up there. We'll take this trailer up there, and there isn't going to be that much up there. I thought there was more, to be honest. I'm sorry. Everyone's going to be like, "You're an idiot," but I didn't think there was that. Didn't think it was that much of a problem. Right. We are going to be using manure like a tank once we've got all these fields done. But anyway, if push comes to shove, we could always start the biogas digester, is it called, up, you know, on. Oh, something loud's coming down the lane. That's a T4. See, this is the problem when, like, now it's getting a bit warmer out there. People are cleaning cow sheds out and all sorts. So you're constantly listening to tractors go up and down, and the 35 is owned by someone down the road from me, which I said earlier in the video. Also, a bit of an update. Ferguson TEF has been sold, and as well as all the other bits that were there with it has all gone. The loader's gone for the major, that's been sold. I don't know when they're coming to pick the TEF up, but that thing's there, and there's one other thing still there. The only thing that's left of it that I still own is the roll bar. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I might have a look to see what it looks like on the major and see whether it looks any good. If not, I won't bother putting it on. But if it actually looks okay, then I'll clean it up and put it on, paint it in blue. You know, I've never really. I always say that I've finished that tractor, but I never really finish. I always start tinkering with something on it. I always start doing something else with it. You know, like I said, I finished it ages ago, and then I bolted lights to it, so I hadn't actually finished it. I haven't got it road registered yet. But still the number one on the to-do list, and it probably always will be. But I need to do its hydraulic hoses for the trailers if I ever get one. Well, there's not too much here. Damn. God damn it! I thought there was more. Fucking hell. That's only 2 trailer loads? What? That's barely nothing. Crush. There's barely anything here. What I really should have done was stuck that. I mean, we don't really need to do field 12. Field 12 is very small and a big pain in the arse, and doesn't give you that many bales. It gave. How many did it give us? Fuck, I can't remember now. So we could in theory just not well, we could mow this one, but just mow around that, and then, you know, just keep dumping in this field till we get enough to fertilise all of them. But I think it only took 2 was it 4 manure muck spreaders to fertilise that one, so they're about the same size, I think. Are they? No, this one's a bit bigger, so I reckon this one would be about 5. Oh god, I don't know how many that would be, but quite a few. So yeah, we'll leave that there for now. Let me know what I think, or what we should do with it. Should we move it somewhere else, you know, to another field, or just start fertilising? Sorry guys. Right, I'll put the trailer away. Well, that's a shame. I thought there was going to be more. See, I know pigs do a lot of manure and a lot of slurry. They just require so much stuff. To be honest, we could do it, but even on a massive... Let me just have a look what pigs want. Turn off tractor. Stay there. Alright. Well, it's not pigs. Here we go. Right. So what do the cows want? They want a bit of straw, but they'll be alright for now. So pigs need water, straw, corn, wheat or barley, canola, sunflowers or soybeans, potato and sugar beet. So we can get all of them bar this one. That means we'd have to clean... No, we wouldn't. We'd be able to tip it over there, wouldn't we? So if we did like wheat, canola and then potatoes, you know, in 3 different piles, that would be that'd be more than enough. We could potentially do pigs. How much is the little potato harvester? 112,000 for the really small one, and then you need this topper thing. How much is it for the seeder? 21,000. So we could buy the seeder now. I mean, you can get the bags, you know, but how much would the bags cost? And I think I've got that mod installed. Yeah, so £11,000 for the 1 bag of pig feed. 800 litres, and that you still don't know if that's going to fill them up. Tell you what. Sewing machines. I'm really tempted just to do it. Fuck it. Right, so we've got the potato seeder bought. All we need is the equipment to harvest it with. We should get that after the harvest, so we should be okay. Right, we'll go pick it up. I bought it then because I know for a fact I would have just forgot. I would have forgot, bought a load of other stuff, and then been like, oh shit. Because if they're going to give us more, I mean, you can keep it small. You know, we could keep them at say like 10. You know, and so they're producing manure and slurry, but you know they're not eating through everything. It does mean that we're going to need more straw bales and stuff. Or actually, fuck doing the pigs. How much do potatoes go for? Not a fucking lot. Shit, that could have been a really bad choice. I'm just trying to do something different. I'm just trying to think. Trying to think whether this has been a good choice or not. Do we want to start pigs? I mean, we don't really ever harvest potatoes. We never really do it. So I suppose we could do just potatoes just as a, you know, another crop thing, but they don't make too much money. Fuck it, we'll keep it. We will. I'll leave it up to the comments. Do you want to do it pigs? So should we plant potatoes for pigs? But that means it will stretch all our other resources mega far because look at that, bit of front wheel lift, because they need straw, and well, that's the only thing that will be stretched is the straw. So, you know, do we want to do that, or do we want to do potatoes just to sell? So, any and all comments will be read, and you know, I will have a look, I'll have a read, as I always do. But please let me know, potatoes for pigs or potatoes just to sell. I don't mind either way. I just don't want to, because the only thing I'm worried about with the pigs is they're gonna stretch our straw real far. You know, we haven't got that many bales of straw. We might have to do another load of bales, but we don't really have the fields to do hay. Well, not hay, sorry, straw bales on a big scale. Why am I using this 8340? There's two fucking tractors up here that could have got this. So let me know. I do like to let the comments pick some things that we do. It does. I don't know. It just makes it feel like you guys are involved, which is what I want. I don't want just me to make all the bloody decisions. You know, you're all slacking. You're all slacking. You should be all making the bloody decisions. No, but I think pigs are very good for manure. I do think. No, if I remember rightly, the ones for like you know, manure and slurry, they do make it very quick, and they make a lot of it very pretty fast, which is what we want because we need it to fertilise. But we'll take this 8340 back, and then that'll do. We shall end the episode. So yeah, another few bits and bobs have been done. I hope you don't mind me just, you know, every so often uploading a video where we just do little bits and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know, like today we've just moved the bale trailer, carted a bit of muck, bought a potato planter. You know, we've done bits and bobs. We haven't done actually anything productive. I hope you all don't mind that. But I will definitely read the comments, and for episode 15 we shall make the choice to do pigs or not. But either way, I want to do potatoes because we never do them. You know, it's in the game. I never do them in any Let's Play I ever do. I always do the main crops. I always do arable. You know, we're starting to slip into that routine where I'm just doing the same shit everything. It's not even shit, but you know, the same. You know, you get me, fam. The same stuff, like every Let's Play, and it's, you know, I kind of want to branch out into different things. We don't do potatoes that often. We've only done pigs once, but you know, please let me know what you want to see. If we should do potatoes for pigs or not. I think we should, but I don't want to jump the gun and do it, and then, you know, everyone else say, oh no, you should have done it for selling, you know, it's easier, it's better. But that does mean, how many straw bales have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, well, 22, rough counting. So it's 22 here. But what I would have to do is, this would last quite a bit, alright? It's not going to affect the cows too much, but we'd have to then, how we'd have to work it is one field of barley, which we then harvest and bale, would have to go to that farm, and then one field would come to this farm, which I think would work out very well. But yeah, so please let me know in the comments what we should do, whether you want to see pigs or potatoes to go for sale or whatever. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed, subscribe for more today, and I shall see all of you in the next episode. Happy farming and goodbye.